Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. Now we know things get crazy busy this time of year, so we appreciate you even more for taking time to visit with us on this week's Explore Tulsa.
Well, plus, it won't be long and the kids are going to be out of school with all kinds of energy that no way should be kept in the house.
Right, so thank goodness there are places in Tulsa like indoor trampoline parks to keep them occupied.
Well, did you know that the trampoline, the modern day trampoline, was created by a couple of University of Iowa gymnasts?
Yep, George Neeson and Larry Griswold in 1936.
And the name came from a Spanish word of near the same spelling that I'm sure I won't pronounce correctly, so I'll skip that, but I do know that it means diving board.
Oh, then dive right in, because the next flight is leaving for the new Airport Extreme Indoor Trampoline Park.
Nowadays, we get so bogged down with our to-do list, we get distracted with our phones, our video games, that we forget to stop and just have fun. We just forget that there's other people around us, and we're entitled to that sense of joy, that sense of fun. So the trampoline was kind of the most basic interaction where you're just jumping around and forgetting everything else, you're leaving everything else outside, and just getting back to the good old times. The idea behind the airport park actually started when one of the owners, he's a salesman, and he was traveling around quite a bit, traveling all over the country, and he had an idea for a trampoline park, but he couldn't quite come up with a theme. Now, after being in and out of airports for most of his life, and mostly for work, he had a notebook, and he was keeping ideas about what this trampoline park would look like. And eventually, it just kind of dawned on him one day that all these ideas were actually based out of the airports he was in and out of all the time. So he said, we need to call it the airport, and that's how it pretty much started. Tulsa seemed like the ideal location, right in the middle of Midtown. We wanted access to everybody. There are so many different kinds of people, and we feel that this is the perfect spot for a trampoline park that started right here in Oklahoma. The very first thing you're going to notice when you walk in is runway number 1, and that is the longest trampoline runway in Oklahoma. It's over 110 feet long. Next to that, we have our kids' tarmac. The kids' tarmac is designed for flyers under 40 inches. Basically for little kids, toddlers, infants, that way they can bounce around and have fun, but it's actually positioned right in front of our cafe table, so parents can keep a close eye on the kids. Behind that, we have our cafe and concession stand. It's kind of a gourmet offering. Behind that, we have 3 different dodgeball gates, and then we have our Jetways. And the big difference here is that most places they have like a full basketball court, but most people don't really play a full game of basketball. They just want to do trick shots. So we graduated the different sizes, that way everybody had a chance to do their tricks. We've got different positions. Like our air marshals, their goal is to make sure that everybody flies safe. They're patrolling the facility, they're engaging with the kids, talking to the parents, making sure that everybody knows what it looks like to fly safe, but still have fun. We've got our flight attendants, they're there to kind of just check on people, get everybody checked in, get your boarding pass, get your first class socks, and then of course we also have flight attendants that do walk-arounds with a cart, and they offer snacks, beverages, just like you find on an airplane. The funny thing about that is, as a kid, my parents actually wouldn't let me near a trampoline. They thought it wasn't safe. You only saw one trampoline on like the side of the hill, so kids were getting hurt. So when we designed this, we kind of kept that in mind. We wanted everybody to be bounce around. We wanted everyone to have fun, but we wanted to keep it safe. The running joke is that if your kids are bouncing off the walls, bring them on in because our walls are trampolines too.